My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Curse of the Dead Gods. Okay, we have an Alchemist Fire Stick over here. Kills make enemies drop twice as much gold, and it has the 20% extra base damage. There's also a heavy weapon there. Throwing Knife Serpent Blade, and... That Lamat Shot Revolver is pretty good. Perfect shots deal damage to all targets in a cone behind impact. Plus 30% against elite champions and bosses. There's also 30% while in darkness. But I'm probably going to want to upgrade my secondary weapon pretty early on. So unless I'm taking this and upgrading it a bunch, I'm not going to have it by the time, or not still going to have it by the time it's useful against elites. Let's turn this down just a little bit on my side. 200. Yeah, let's have the ability to get rare two-handed weapons, which I think will re-roll all of these. Perfect. Extra damage against electrocuted targets. Extra critical damage while the enemy is depleted. No, probably not on that. Fully charged shots weaken enemies from the crippling bow, and then the hunting axes deal 100% extra damage against weakened enemies as well. This is an all-ranged build, though. Seems a little bit rough. Titan Slayer against elite champions and bosses is also heavy. Critical damage to enemies under 30% health. Yeah, okay, I think I will be taking these. Get the claws there. Haven't unlocked anything new there that we want to be getting, so instead, let's jump into the dungeon. Not great opener here. It feels like I'm probably about to go weapon, relic, elite, upgrade, sorry, champion rather, upgrade, stat, relic? I might buy very cheap weapons in all of these stores, so... I mean, I guess I can just drop them immediately as well, so it's not going to be an issue. I can keep the same build while still just spending a very small amount to get my perception. The earlier I can get perception, the far better off we're going to be. Okay. This room should not be an issue at all. Excuse me. Thank you. When I said it shouldn't be an issue at all, that was a sign to the enemies to not give me any guff. There we go. Got them all to blow one another up, and finish as well. Then we do have one final with a tomb horror, is it not? Ah, okay, so it supplemented the tomb horror with a temple guardian instead. But it's still basically the same thing, right? Just having a heavy enemy here that we use to finish off the map. Nice. 14 greed kills here in the first room. Pretty pleased about that. Unfortunately not... Oh, hang on. No, I can't afford that. Oh. Yeah. I'll take it. Do I actually want the Titan Slayer over the top of that instead? I think I do. Yeah, I think I still do. Titan Slayer is going to give us access to some of the hidden secret rooms. I mentioned that every single episode, but especially here in the Serpent Dungeon. It's the Serpent and the Eagle that I really need it most in, because I don't recognize which of those rooms I would otherwise need to leave big enemies alive in. Okay, that blows up that, that blows up that, that blows up that. I'm going to try and make sure that I don't go too close to the sides of the map at all. Just because there is a trap out there that could just tag me with poison and ruin my day. Okay. Yeah, those are the traps, by the way. Little serpent head friends out there. Now we actually have the ability to buy something pretty good as well, if we wanted to. Do we want to? Serpent Blade, plus 10% on the base damage. Well, Storm Lash actually is extra damage against elite champions and bosses. That might even be better, ultimately. Sure. I actually thought I was going to have to buy one of these with blood. Depends on what the relic is here, but we may end up buying this one with blood. Because, well, actually, no, I am about to get my first curse right before the champion anyway, so... We'll see, we'll see. There's a lot of unknown variables that could still change the way that... Oh my god. You get over here and I'm ruining your day instantly. There's a lot of unknown variables that could still change the way that we end up approaching the end of this. Okay. Let's pop down here for a second. And when I say a second, I mean for the rest, because this is just the area we are now going to, and we are locked off from going behind. -4 corruption. Yeah, definitely not taking 50% of damage taken in gold. Okay. And then out here, we have the gold that tries to lead us away from the chest. 3 perception. Yeah, I mean, especially against the HP there. I did not need to whip that towards me, but thankfully it didn't end up harming us for having done so. Again, lose some corruption there. Make sure there's nothing that I'm passing over in any of the previous areas. There are not. Okay. Passing through a door inflicts 50% less corruption. Ooh. That actually means I wouldn't even have a curse by the time I go to the champion. Actually, you know what this means? It means we don't even go to the champion. We buy that. Gain 4 perception. We take 50% less from going through the doors. We go through this door. We don't even get a curse for having done so. The big reason that I did this is because my greed stack is very high right now. If I, like, instantly end up losing my greed stack here, I'm going to be pretty sad about it. But otherwise, this still ends up being the better idea. Now, this is the safer path, which means the other path is the one I want to go down. Sometimes some of those traps are active. Not this time, though. I'm not going to bother trying to parry here or anything like that. Play as safely as I possibly can while I have plus 20 on my greed kills. Heck, I'll even light that up. No! What? That's... I decided to try and parry that time just because I was frustrated. Ugh. Using the Titan Slayer there, after I did the finisher, I could not roll for a huge amount of time. I thought I definitely had the ability to get away from that enemy in time. Evidently, no. That's really unfortunate. I chose this path based... Oh, okay. Well, as long as I can still afford to actually pay for everything, it doesn't matter. Although it looks like I won't be able to do that anymore. Alright. Thankfully, we can get some greed kill back here. Back up to 9 at least. Nice. Gold offerings remove 5 corruption. I am about to make a decent amount of gold offerings, so yes. The stats, at the very least, I know that I can buy. The weapon upgrade might be a bit more difficult. We'll see. I probably want to upgrade the whip, but not if it gets a really rough modifier. Other curses aren't known for as long as this one isn't lifted. This one is going to be lifted before I get any other curses, so we're completely fine on that front. Get him with a whip. And finish him off with the floor. Oh, great. We've actually... I don't want to focus exclusively on the bad things that have happened. We've actually quite luckily gotten a bunch of these rooms that have all of those little vermin, I believe they're called. All those little vermin in, because that's given us the ability to build a lot of greed stacks really quickly where we otherwise would not have been able to. All right. We really just dodged between a bunch of poison pools that otherwise would have hit us there. Quite pleased with that ultimately. 20 perception. It's going okay. Wow, Titan Slayer. Picking up 1% base damage per point of perception. That actually might... Ooh. Stormlash just... No, that's just picking up damage. It's not even picking up... Oh my god! Claws of Evisceration also picks up the modifier for release champions and bosses. I'm going with the Titan Slayer, though. That's going to be my two-hander for a really long period of time. It's going to be a good fight opener as well. Yeah, and then we go attributes, and then we go relic. So I've lost one greed stack so far, and I've also lost the Grace of the Tempest. Okay. That could be worse. A lot worse, in fact. Absolutely nothing in there for us. All right, thanks, game. Open up the fight. I mean, if you can open up a fight by killing an enemy, that's good. That's really good. Simplifies the heck out of the room. Okay, that one. Let's take the non-leaping path here. I see. They are stalwartly in defense of nothing there. Thankfully, I recognized this map and I knew there weren't poison pools up there in the corner, so I could utilize that for dodging. 20% base damage for daggers? I could see myself swapping to the dagger that increases with your perception. Sure. And then we see a Lamat. That one definitely gets transmuted into gold for us. Oh, there is another battle room. Whew. Oh my god, I was threatened in this room, to be entirely honest. The existence of the Blade Master there, as well as the rest of the enemies, gave me pause, I'll admit. Thankfully didn't have too many issues with it ultimately. Get the relic. So we're currently lined up to basically have the same run as we had last time, which is to say a... Nice try. Which is to say a run where we have increased our stats a hell of a lot, but we have not got a better weapon and we end up paying for that. So I've got to focus on getting the best weapon I can in the next area rather than focusing again on stats, no matter how good the stat path that's offered to us is. We may end up starting to look a couple... Good, we killed that fast enough for it to not even spawn those. Take Constitution there, definitely. let me finish this up, and then I'll... There we go. Whew. Just wanted to stay away from the middle of the map as much as possible there. Yeah, we may end up starting to look, like, all the way up to see what our following floors are, so we can see, oh, this has a ring of 3 stats following one another. So maybe I can pick up stats late in this game. Ooh, there's a good opportunity to get a weapon and then an upgrade thereafter. So maybe this is where I get my weapon, that kind of stuff, right? Plan ahead a lot more. Something I've kind of been avoiding doing so far. I think there is a lot of room to do that. Absolutely loving our gold at the moment. We're making purchases constantly, and yet we're still all caked up on value. There we go. Knew that I had that unlock. And then, yeah, as long as I didn't go into a poison pool, and I was pretty certain there wasn't one there. Although, I will admit, not entirely certain. As long as I didn't end up in a poison pool, I was going to be okay. Plus 20% for whips, 6%. Gold offerings remove 15 corruption. Yep. We'll remove 5 with that one, and then upgrade that relic to remove 10 more, as well as have 4 decks. Quite unlikely I make it through here without taking a hit, but we'll see, we'll see. Even less likely I make it through here without losing the greed kill modifier. I mean, it's going okay so far. I mean, it's really good once we get those parries off as well. There's no way it ends up working out for us, right? Stop thinking about it, Raps. You'll tilt yourself. One, two. Make sure I have perfect rolls. 1, 2, 3. Hit him with 1, and then let him summon. Oh, yeah, I did. I needed to stay on the enemy longer there, otherwise I just wasn't going to have time for it. Fine. I was kind of hoping that the champ was going to come down while I was fighting the other one. Hit all of the allies there. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Just missed with the first one. That was a plan the entire time, of course. Oh my god. The key with using the heavy weapons there is trying not to be greedy. If I just take a couple hits, I'll be okay. Ah, there we go. Speaking of taking a couple hits. Not that, because we only took 1. That's enough to kill the point of dex I otherwise would have gotten. I'm okay with that, though. Didn't expect that to make it through the fight. We lose Dark Mysteries. We find Incandescent Claws. Plus 20% if your secondary is a weapon. It's not. Attacks from behind deal 30% more damage. My charged attacks will at least do that. Deals critical damage when stamina is depleted. I actually may not want that. Sidewinder Sword. Definitely don't want that. Well, look, it's a better base to work from, I guess. 3 point of dex if I turn it down. Am I going for an early weapon in the next area? I feel like I'm probably going for an early weapon in the next area. Yeah, because I'm not upgrading these claws 2 times. Fine. I'll take my points of dex and run away. Hopefully this is not a haven. Please don't be a haven. Why would you be a haven? There are other options that were a haven. Please. At least we'll get a point of dex if we get to a haven, but stop being havens, please. There are fewer healing rooms in the higher difficulty as well, which may actually end up being a slight buff for us. There we go. Good to have a Titan Slayer here. Especially for this. Oh, just another exit. All right, let's make sure that we're not leaving any gold behind. We are not. I'm gonna blow up as many of these as I can before we go into this room. No! 3 shots! I forgot! Although, it's so up close and personal, did I really have much time to dodge 3 shots? I tried to use my charge attack to get that one down. That was just never going to happen, unfortunately. Plus 20% base damage for claw as well. Well, yeah. I'll take that over the plus 20 for daggers that I don't have. I've never seen this room before. Part of the reason we can have a wee bit of difficulty there. Okay. Ooh, barbed whip. Charge attack weakens enemies, which is nice. But it's worse against elite champions and bosses. We've already traded for that. Actually, let me get some stamina back before I go into the next area, because I just had a feeling I was probably going to have to roll a bunch. Let's just let that one go. Is it going to re-trigger? No. Okay. No, it doesn't become inert. So, yeah, it still just tagged me on the... Okay, fine. They're not inert. I think I knew they weren't inert after being hit by something, but just completely lost that information for some or no reason. Okay. Give him the whip. Hit him with the always critting champions nonsense. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the parry there. Just because I didn't want to roll away and then get hunted by the harpy. That harpy was very patient as well. Much appreciated, harpy. Well, that's a shield that does that. So yes, I will be trading the whip for the shield there. Do I now want to upgrade that shield? No. Nope. This also opens up the ability to go to stats afterwards, which could also be quite nice. Hey! Just trying to get rid of the reliquaries as quickly as I can. Nope. Nope. There we go. Well, at least the shield bash worked out there. Fully shots. No, definitely keeping the Titan Slayer here. Just needed a little bit of stamina back. Oh, that's so annoying. That was placed and then exploded basically in the same frame. My green kills and my perfects. They were so almost immaculate prior. Extra damage from behind. Finishes weakened enemies. Extra points per dex. No. Bone shard weapon. No. Okay, I'm looking for a main hand weapon mostly, so we'll reroll here. Whoop! Plus 30% damage against elite champions and bosses. Plus 3% base damage per point of perception. Pretty hard to beat that. All right, ceremonial dagger. Come along for the ride. Do I go to attributes over weapon now? No, I still need to replace my main weapon. Remember what you said last floor, Raps, about not overdoing it in terms of stats and underdoing it in terms of weapons. Negative 20% to gold offering cost. I mean, that is actually really good. I'm going to wait until after the dungeon. Okay. Had to wait for a perfect there if I didn't want to take damage. And if I wanted to keep up my greed code counter. Okay, that's actually super cool. Hang on. I think I may have figured out some sweet tech. But let me just take a second to demonstrate it when I'm not taking damage. Hup. Oh my god. Okay, so we... Okay. So we use the charge attack of the claw to get behind them, and then we use the offhand of the dagger. Wait, hang on. Which dashes away. I actually think I do take this over the previous one that's only Constitution. Seems right. And then that's from behind, and it does crit damage because it's from behind, and there's a dagger, and it's good. It's good. Although it does kind of lock me into, if I want to continue utilizing that, only using claws. Screw it, I'm doing it. You'll be fine if I use claws as long as I'm also using offhand weapons, right? 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 Challenge. Money's not as important to us as just getting a relic is, definitely by this point. Come on. Come out to play. You realized I got new tech and you're not ready for it, are you? I don't blame you. I wouldn't be ready for it either. Okay. Boring room for the rest of that, though. What do we... Okay, so that up there... Elite enemy. That's a baby. Don't like the baby. I'll try and take out the elite enemy first. Perfect. Ooh, that's hard to turn down, but I have to. But Had a hell of a time doing it. Having to roll back in to close the gap after that is not great. Okay, so I don't use it as an initiator. I use it as a finisher. What are you doing up there? How about up there? I mean, I don't really know which of these paths to go to still. This seems like the better one. The blood one's probably the better one, right? Perfect. Easy. Or I can do it on enemies who I know it will like kill. Excuse me. Yeah, you know what? Full heal. Like I care. And 100% of damage taken in gold. Definitely taking Constitution instead of that. Now, can I... You can roll out of the extra charged attack of the dagger at any point. Good. Okay, that makes it a lot more versatile, a lot more usable. Negative 30% to gold offering cost. Wow. I may actually not need to even go to, like, anything except for shops now. Just take it. Do I not have a greed kill counter at the moment? No, okay. Phew. Wasn't showing on the screen there for a second. I thought I'd messed up somehow. Had to make sure that I got the perfect dodge on that for actually a couple reasons now, because we're getting crit damage when we perfectly dodge. Oh! Wow, the long range attack by the Stone Guardian made me try and dodge, which guaranteed I was hit by the Harpy immediately after. Ah, well, it happens. Some kills back up. Finishes weaken enemy. Taking the Constitution over that. This is an upgrade. Upgrading the dagger seems like a great idea. We're probably going to keep that basically forever. Yeah. Especially with 41 perception already. Like, come on. Well, it makes it a lot easier to choose to go to this champion when I don't already have a greed kill going. Also, I might get Mock Pal. Although, I guess I would... The benefit for getting your weapon here would actually be really bad. Wow, I thought you were going to charge at me rather than to the middle of the map. Yeah, that was my bad. Did not leave myself with the ability to actually get out of that. Got to a finisher with no stamina there. Yeah, Fist of Doom would be in the secondary weapon slot, which I do not want to fill right now. Obviously, my dagger is already there. And the benefit of trashing it in order to remove a curse also doesn't seem that big when I'm about to remove all of my corruption just by hitting this enemy. Or rather, just by, excuse me, killing this enemy. Oh, good. We didn't get it. So I don't need to feel bad. Ooh. 3 points of perception for turning that down, though. Stormlash. 3 points of perception for turning that one down, too. Damn. A single source of damage you take can exceed 10% of your max health. I'm not building Constitution, but I also do have some. Probably enough that that's not really going to be useful for us. Look, if this is a Haven, then it's a Haven. I'm not super jazzed about it, but I really want it to just be a shop. Any kind. I'll take anything. Although, I guess, if I get to choose, I would probably go upgrade right now. Alright. 15 against weakened enemies. Too small. I'll be taking the money there. Another battle room. Naturally. Can't be that easy for us. Haha. Much worse version of the thing I already have. I'm fine, thank you, actually. Significantly much worse. I'm also fine on that one, thank you. Take my 8% max HP and upgrade. Ooh, another battle room. Spicy. All right, that's gotta be it. That only had to be it for battle rooms, though. So that's still fine. There we go. Just stats. Happy to have them. Better than the other room would have been for us. All right. Am I really going to be trying to parry in this fight? I guess maybe? I don't really have good anti-attrition, unfortunately. So any mistakes are kind of permanent. Oh, that's a lot of crits we got to get from behind there. Up. This is a good weapon for fighting this enemy because of the amount of time that they spend doing that summon. Get a lot of time to just stab him in the back. Please stop. Stop standing near all of those. It's real annoying. There you go. Get stabbed. No, I still don't like the first Eagle boss or the the first Eagle champion or the Eagle boss. The fact that they just summon the area denials and those area denials move and pulse and blow it's just don't enjoy it. 12% max HP, 3 perception. Well, easy choices here. As much as I want the extra critical damage, that is very low and it's good healing. That's one thing I don't have. I still don't really have any anti-attrition. Let's start with this relic. I'm probably going to try and take 15k to the area at the end. Get all 3 of the maximum levels. In our dedication to each god. I thought there was no way that was going to hit me. I was certain of it. This is not working out super well for us. What do you got? Scales per dex? No. Scales per corruption. Sorry, this is scales per constitution, I mean. Still no. Right? Yeah, being able to crit is pretty important on the other weapon, and I am perfect rolling a lot of the time. Not all of the time, evidently, but enough of the time. Yeah, I'm not going to try and make it the entire way. Sometimes you need all of your stamina to make sure you don't take damage. Plus 100% to all healing effects. No matter what anti-attrition I end up with, that's going to make it pretty good. Obviously, that'll go over Sashal's Pendant here. That 9 dex is also a sweet increase of 18% damage. Which seems good to me. It's a lot of stamina spent on those actions, but it works out in the end. Okay, perfect. Skyhammer, 12% max HP. Thank you again. It's good to have something applying rather the anti-attrition here. We could get 2% of our max HP back every single time we kill with the dagger, so I should focus on that a little bit more. Would I change my claw right now? Would I change my Titan Slayer right now? It's basically going to be our last opportunity to do so. Not entirely certain. Honestly, I'm going in here to be tempted. Show me what you'd do, game. Show me what you would offer. Didn't actually think we were in range to be able to do that. Okay, never mind. I'm keeping my greed kill counter. Thank you. Ooh, okay. So the lightning actually works pretty well here. Electrocuting enemies is decent. 12% max. Yeah. Take the 12% max HP. Although I did previously say that any anti-attrition relic would now be good enough for us. I immediately went back on that. Whew. Managed to perfect the room, the absolute least. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to be trying to kill enemies with the environment at all. Sorry. Ooh. Grows with Constitution, so it's 30% less from that, 10% extra from base. Obviously, it's 2 levels higher, so it's a lot better there. I think I still roll. I probably don't want to use the Titan Slayer in the final fights. Fan combos deal critical damage. Obviously, no. Easy roll there. Gains per point of dex. Extra critical damage, extra base damage as well. If I was going to change to another heavy weapon, that would be it. So let's do it. You should be able to open a lot of combats with, and you're dead right now. I'd like to buy all of these stats, but if I have to spend blood on them instead, I think I'm happily going to do that. Get my stamina back before I go over here, because yeah, this is just a battle room already. Yeah. It's real lovely to open a room by just deleting an enemy. Ah, I was trying to roll! No! My great kills! Kind of wanted to leave the enemy there to die, unfortunately. Killed him too quickly. Ceremonial Dagger gets trashed. Removes extra damage on swords. That's also going to get trashed. 9 perception, though. That's pretty good. I have to lower one of my lower blood offering costs, which doesn't feel great. I think 12 perception would be too much to pass up. And honestly, even then, that would be mostly based on the value. Excuse me? Let me kill them! Gosh! And even then, that would mostly be based on trying to increase the value of a dagger. Nothing down here. Just checking again, just in case. I don't know. It was a different formation of the room. Instead of having jaguar statues up at the top, it had the money. Okay. Nope. Just gonna bully you in the corner for a while here. Yeah, there'll be another enemy there. Whew, nice. Yeah, went for the Blood Priest first that time, having learned my lesson. I think I can keep the 1500. I may have to pay for the final weapon upgrade with blood, though. Okay. Ooh. That was unfortunately not a perfect roll, so I don't keep my greed kill counter there. That's okay, though. We're not absolutely desperate to keep that anymore. This is very much mostly the start of the game where it makes a huge difference, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to get as much gold early as I do. Plus 20 on throwing? No, definitely gonna take the money there as well. Nice. You wanna go? Huh? No? There we go. Finish off quite easily. It's a bunch of excess healing that we don't need. Gosh, maybe I want the... when you're on full HP, excess health becomes gold. Because that would have paid us a lot over the course of this run. Let's try and give those a moment to burn out. I don't think getting burnt is actually going to cause us to lose our greed kills, but better safe than sorry. More damage, more treasure find. But we have good weapons this time. This is very much kind of last run part 2, where we actually utilize all of the lessons we learned there. Seems to effectively be what's going on. I mean, if I don't need to heal at the moment, there's no reason to specifically try and kill with my dagger. I never parry the jaguars. Maybe I should. But they're so simple to deal with if you're not parrying them. But there are a lot of enemies that are easy to deal with if you're not parrying them, that you should still have the ability to parry so that if you have to dodge them and a bunch of other enemies at the same time, you're fine. Big hours. Good kill right there. Plus 20% base for daggers, and it has 4 perception on it. Yeah, this comes along. Gold offerings, remove 15 corruption, that is. It's good, but we may not need it. Passing through a door inflicts 50% less corruption. You know what? I'm probably taking this over the Worshipper's Cloak. 9 Constitution. That one's definitely going to be nothing for us. That's such an effective combo. You should deal critical damage, obviously not. Knocked him right into the fireball. Beautiful. More than happy to get the Plague Bearer down super early. Oh my god, that's gonna... Yeah, exactly. Ah! You got me! I thought I was gonna kill the enemy in time. Yeah, that Plague Bearer was definitely the first target for that room. Okay. There we go. Love safely getting that Tomb Horror down there. Especially while there still is a healer on the field. Nope. Negative corruption on that one too. I may just be able to pay with the upgrade for money as well. Was not expecting that. Oh, no, there's more stats. Okay, maybe not. We'll see. Thought we were immediately going into the upgrade there. I mean, now we are, though. Now we are. Ooh, just got him effectively near the end there. Great. Perfect roll. And do it again. Nice. I mean, I'm not using the offhand combo in any kind of like up front. No! What? How? How was I supposed to dodge all of those in this? How? Well, I already lost the Tempest anyway. Negative 12 corruption there, definitely. 20% on swords. It's probably going to be health. I think I do take this pendant, though. Probably after I offer for the final time here. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do it on the dagger. And then this will go over the ancient censer. Don't have that many more things to buy at this point. By which I mean nothing. I guess the shrines at the end of the game might be considered buying, though. Or rather, at least considered gold offering. I knew that was going to be there. That's why I took out the torch to just make sure I was safe. I mean, I probably could just go around and try and wreck people exclusively with the dagger at this point. A relic that heals us when we crit enemies would be incredible. No one down here? Try and get behind me and I get behind you. Is this an episode of Naruto? I'm assuming I haven't seen any of that show. It's just I imagine that's a like you thought you had the high ground, but I have the high ground. Oh no! And then they cut to an ad break, and then they come back from the ad break. You thought you had the high ground. I have the high ground. Actually, you weren't considering my ability. Like, I'm assuming it's a show in that kind of vein, right? How far off am I? Letters on a postcard, please. Answers on postcard, I think is the quote I'm looking for there. Destroying out a whole mess of those rings. Making sure that I've got all the value I can wring out of this. There we go. All right. There's got to be an achievement. Gotta be an achievement for given all of the highest value ones, right? To the boss. I'm assuming so, and I'm basing a lot of my play around it. Thank you. Heck, I walked wide there. Yeah, that one needed a roll. Didn't want to have to, but... No! We're all good. We're all good. No! I was both rolling and out of that. Thank you. Please restore my Grace of the Tempest. Actually, I took a hit very early on, didn't I? Got him. Why use any weapon other than the dagger in that fight? Especially because the opportunity, or rather the enemy does give you ample opportunities to hit them from behind. 20% damage in darkness. We'll be in darkness most of the next fight. Gold offerings removed, 15. Okay, so I'm definitely taking the 6 dex from that. It's just I don't want to lose much perception is the big reason. Chalice of Vigor. How much more healing am I going to get? But it's 9 dex that I have to give up. 20% less damage on the claw. Actually, you know what? I think that's the one. Gonna be using the claw significantly less than everything else. Yes, yes, yes. I've seen all of these. Just take your 1,500 and go. 15,000 rather and go. What? These are considered, yeah, these are considered gold offerings, which I wasn't even thinking about. I mean, I'm restoring max health that I'm not even going to need, but I wasn't even thinking about it. But because these are considered gold offerings, yeah, reduction in cost of gold offerings is obviously still going to be viable here. All your relics gain a level as well. All our weapons gained a level. Oh. Oh. Ayo. I might be the most equipped I've been to ever fight you. Except for the fact that we don't have any mid-fight anti-attrition. This is basically the best position. It's about time that you and I should get into it. Yeah, I had very little I could still do there. Thump! Just gonna gain back some HP for all of the hits that I've taken so far. That's actually a pretty good way of dodging that, just because it means that I am going to have perfect dodges online as the enemy finishes that, so I can start critting them instantly. I left myself without enough stamina there, unfortunately, to dodge the next attack. Oh, that was pretty damn effective if I do say so myself. And I did just a couple moments ago. Rude. That one sucked. Let's just quickly get away from there a moment, and then... Ha-ha! Surprise! Couple crits from behind, finish him off, get my little bit of lifesteal there. Wow, rude. Okay, yeah, so I think it is, they have different combos per 25% of HP they've removed. Yeah, because they've got 3 there. You had 2 before when I did it. Okay, I was trying to parry those at the end. Did not manage to. Okay, getting up close and personal with the enemy that has the bow, although you would think it would be the right thing to do, is definitely not. Don't you dare. Come on. Do you spin attack? Yep. Little do you realize it's the last spin attack you'll ever do. All right. At long last, that is our second kill on Pardew. And frankly, I feel like it's now time to go for the hard missions. I'm still garbage at the second form of Pardew. Pardew? Pardew. I'm still garbage at the second form of Clovis Pardew. Gonna have to work on that. Huh. There's got to be a different ending for doing it on the hard mode, right? Have to imagine. Perfect rooms. Wow, only 11 perfect rooms? Really? I'm certain I got more Grace of the Tempest than 11. Huh. Because if I'm only getting 11, maybe this isn't as good as I thought it was. Huh. Well, I'll tell you what. While I go contemplate that, for the moment, my name has been Rhapsody, the name of the game has been Curse of the Dead Gods. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. There's a playlist in the description down below with all of my content of the game, past, present, and future, and hopefully we'll see you next time.